I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so.
Hello. When I wake up in the morning, I say hi to my neighbor. Watch his dog take a shit while he reads the newspaper. Howdy, neighbor, do you still have my wife's jumper cables? Well, I'm off to work. I can get them from you later. My neighbor, my neighbor. My neighbor, my neighbor. That's my motherfucking neighbor. My neighbor, my neighbor. My neighbor, my neighbor. Well, first things first, I'ma cherish my neighbor. If I ever need some sheets, I can ask my neighbor. If the clan needs some bleach, well, I get it from my neighbor. I don't practice what I preach, hell, that's why I got a neighbor. Damn right, Cletus, and I'm here for you, buddy. If you ever need a noose, you can damn get it from me. Hell, gas in your pickup, I got barrels in the back. What, you wanna fuck my wife? Hey, Carol, bring your ass! Bullets from my Ruger, I'ma ask my neighbor. If I need a cup of sugar, I'ma ask my neighbor. Need some votes for City Hall, I'ma ask my neighbor. You know why I'm sitting tall? It's because of my neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor. My neighbor, my neighbor. That's my motherfucking neighbor. My neighbor, my neighbor. Fuck every last one of you. My neighbor, my neighbor.
Here at Spring Meadows, we don't keep our doors locked. See that man? His name is Bob. He's our neighborhood watch. And he used to be a cop, so he patrols around the block. If you're not a, quote, neighbor, then you're sure to get shot.
Yes, my name is Robert Smith, and I retired from the force. Spent 27 years and never lost a case in court. Got a itchy trigger finger cause my Parkinson's disease. And if you're that kind of neighbor, I will not be saying freeze. My neighbor, my neighbor. My neighbor, my neighbor. My neighbor, my neighbor.
You know you're my motherfucking neighbor.
My neighbor, my neighbor.
Welcome to this neighborhood, neighbor.